to the hip, hip, hopper, you don't stop the rocker to the bang, bang, boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Now what you hear is not a test, I'm rapping to the beat. And me, the groove, and my friends are gonna try to move your feet. You see, I am Wonder Mike, and I like to say hello. Up to the black, to the white, the red, and the brown, and the purple, and yellow. But first, I gotta bang, bang, the boogie to the boogie. Say up, jump the boogie to the bang, bang, boogie. Let's rock. You don't stop, rock the rhythm that'll make your body rock. Well, so far you've heard my voice, but I brought two friends along. And next on the mic is my man Hank. Come on, Hank, sing that song.
Check it out, I'm the CAXN, the OVA, and the rest is FLY. You see, I go by the code of the doctor of the mix, and these reasons I'll tell you why. You see, I'm 6'1", and I'm tons of fun, and I dress to a T. You see, I got more clothes than Muhammad Ali, and I dress so viciously. I got bodyguards, I got two big guns, I definitely ain't the whack. I got a Lincoln Continental and some new Cadillac. So after school, I take a dip in the pool, which is really on the wall. I got a color TV so I can see the Knicks play basketball. Him and juggle my checkbook, cause it costs more money than a sucker could ever spend. But I wouldn't give a sucker or a bum from the rock and not a dime till I made it again. Everybody go, hotel, motel, what you gonna do today? Is I'm gonna get a fly girl, gonna get some spank and drive off in a death OJ. Everybody go, hotel, motel, holiday in. You say if your girl starts acting up, then you take her friend. I'm Master G, my mellow is on you, so what you gonna do?
Well, it's on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I said a M-A-S, a T-E-R, a G with a double E. I said I go by the unforgettable name of the man they call a Master G. Well, my name is known all over the world by all the foxy ladies and the pretty girls. I'm going down in history as the baddest rapper there ever could be. Now I'm feeling the highs and you're feeling the lows. The beat starts getting into your toe. You start popping your fingers and stomping your feet and moving your body while you're sitting and you're sitting. Then damn, you start doing the freak. I said bam, right out of your seat. Then you throw your hands high in the air. You're rocking to the rhythm, shake your dairy air. You're rocking to the beat without a care. With the short shot MCs for the affair. Now I'm not as tall as the rest of the gang, but I rap to the beat just the same. I got a little face and a pair of blind eyes. All I'm here to do, ladies, is hypnotize. I sing it on and on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on and on and on and on like a hot butter. The pop, the pop, the pop, give it, pop, the pop, pop. You don't dare stop or come alive, y'all. Give me what you got. I guess by now you can take a hunch and find that I am the baby of the bunch, but that's okay. I still keep in stride, cause all I'm here to do is just wiggle your behind. Sing it on and on and on and on. The beat don't stop until the break of dawn. I sing it on and on and on and on and on. Rock, y'all. Throw it on the floor. I'm gonna freak you here, I'm gonna freak you there. I'm gonna move you out of this atmosphere, cause I'm one of a kind and I'll shock your mind. I put the jig jiggers in your behind. I said 1, 2, 3, 4, come on, girls. I get it on the floor. Come alive, y'all. Give me what you got, cause I'm guaranteed to make you rock. I said 1, 2, 3, 4. Tell me Wonder Mike, what are you waiting for?
To the hip, hop, the hippie to the hippie, the hip, hip, the hopper, you don't stop, rock it to the bang, bang, the boogie, say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Well, skittle me bop, we rock a Scooby-Doo, and guess what? America, we love you, cause you rock and a roll with us so much so, you can rock till you're 101 years old. I don't mean to brag, I don't mean to boast, but we're like hot butter on a breakfast toast. Rock it out, baby bubba to the boogie, then bang, bang, the boogie to the beat, beat is so unique, come on.
Without a doubt, one of my favorite activities that we did, way back when. Anyway, good morning and welcome back, class of 2021. This is your year, all right? So much to talk about. And normally, in a normal school year, we would be starting our second semester and our third quarter. But because of our late school start and everything that's gone on, we're not quite doing that. But I usually like to use this day. Usually it's a teacher work day, but I usually like to use this day as a bit of review, going back and taking a look at some of the stuff that we've done. And by the way, that's going to be your goal for the day, all right? The GFTD. and your goal is going to be looking back at some of the work we've done in our ACE General Paper class, what you enjoyed, maybe what you didn't enjoy, or maybe just didn't hate all that much. And so that is going to be our goal. That's what we're going to be doing today. So first of all, we need to rewind a little bit here. So let's take a look back at some of the stuff we've done. Okay, I'll get on with it. I'm going to open up our Google Classroom and go back and scroll through and talk about a couple of things, look at a couple of highlights. We've done a lot of videos, a lot of distance learning videos, everything's been recorded, all that wonderful stuff. And so your goal again for the day, it's just a quick little exit slip question that you're going to get to here shortly. And it's looking back at some of the work that you've done, hopefully, in this class, and maybe some things that you think have been helpful, maybe just something that you enjoyed, something to that effect. So I'm going to jump here into the Google Classroom and let's scroll back and take a look at some of the stuff that we've done. Well, way back when we started this journey together, and I'm just in my period 1, but the assignments are all the same for all of my ACE English General Paper classes. I am scrolling, and then we're going to work from day 1 and up to the present, all right? Full disclosure, I was going to try to make this a best of Delaney English General Paper video, and certain things came up that probably prevented me from maybe doing this as in-depth as I wanted to. But way back when, before school even started, we put our Cambridge syllabus preview on there, and so I won't go into that, but it's there. Everything's still there for you to look at. And then we got ready to go for our class. Once again, there is a Delaney class page that was kind of a home base is what we basically called it. And so if you check out that page and you are in my ACE General Paper 12 class, you can see the syllabus and the specimen papers and all those things. And remember all that Meet Your Teacher stuff. All right, and I will go over once again some of the expectations. I don't believe that I have any new students starting with me today, but just in case maybe you forgot a couple of things, we'll go back through the Google Meet and just talk about all the etiquette expectations and how we're going to clamp down on some of that stuff this year. So why don't we just do that now? All right, so once again, and these are pretty similar, all right, but participation definitely counts. And so you need to have your cameras on, and so you need to mute yourself, all that stuff, and be on camera. And so if I call on you or something to that effect and you are for some reason not responding, you might just get removed from class, get a 0 for the day, and be counted as absent. So that is probably one of the things I'm going to really try to stick with moving forward. Make sure that you are an active participant. All right. This week we will be getting observed by administration as well, which will be reporting back to Cambridge. I'll talk more about that tomorrow, but we'll talk about the little raise your hand to talk, which is a good icon to use. But this is the important thing, guys, is that you are staying engaged with whatever is happening in class. You are an active participant. You're on time. You are on camera. All right, so just as if those of you that are still at home, as if you were at school and you are showered, ready to go, and whether you're first period, second period, fourth period, doesn't matter. You guys need to be active participants here. Okay, so once again, if you scroll back through your own Google Classroom, and you can do this later, and you may want to do this later for today's assignment, go back through your Google Classroom and take a look at all that stuff. All right, those of you that were with me on day 1, well, we already just saw another little Monty Python clip, but this is how we started off our school year.
for something completely different.
That's from Monty. And there I am. All right. So, but as I said, yeah, it is, and now for something completely different. And this year certainly is something different. So, and so we've seen a lot of little clips, Monty Python clips, South Park clips, different things along the way that I like to show, hopefully kind of keep us engaged, which is the important thing there. Once again, you are a shark, safe, honest, accountable, respectful, and kind. All of those things, once again, are reiterated there, and those are the expectations to come down from administration, Principal Castellano, and our amazing assistant principals. So, all right. Anyway, the Technology Code of Conduct, I'm not going to sit here and scroll through every single thing. But the class syllabus, certainly is something that is important. Make sure that you go back, you understand my policy, my late work policy, which I have been flexible on, but I will not accept any work if it is more than 1 week late. It will not count for credit, and everybody knows that, unless there is a legitimate medical reason or excuse. All right, we started off today's show with the video that came from our summer reading assignment, A Long Way Gone. And so, again, if you really enjoyed the summer reading, Ishmael Bea's story, maybe that's something that you want to use for today's assignment, which is, again, going to be which activity, which assignment that we did this year, so far this school year, was maybe one of your favorites. We did start, we did have a Flipgrid, which was just a school survey way back on September 3rd, and then we wrapped up our study of our summer reading, and of course, as I alluded to earlier, there is the Rapper's Delight, our Flipgrid Friday assignment. Happens to be one of my favorites, and I guess I could just talk a little bit about this now, is because I didn't really know what to expect, and I didn't plan on compiling the videos together and all that, the video that you saw at the beginning of class. And so I think that might be why it's one of my favorites. And so today's assignment, you're going to have to describe why it's your favorite. And so mine, like I said, some people shot them horizontally, some shot vertically, and I didn't know how I was going to put it together, so it was kind of a learning lesson for me by using the movie iMovie, actually, is what I'm using. And so I really enjoyed putting that together. It did take a lot of time, but I think it's well worth it. No lie. I show that to some of my friends, and because, they go way back like me and know what Rapper's Delight was all about. Okay. Hey, we worked on some other things that were pretty important. I would say the college essay is certainly one of them, and so in that assignment, going back into the college essay assignment, there's a lot of good material here, and so this is something that, most of you probably have written your college essay, certainly at least for my class, and I know some people changed them up a little bit, but I try to keep that material on there for you. And so how to write a good college essay, great New York Times article. I really like the Google Slides presentation. So, think about those things as, we're reflecting back today and looking back, so lovingly on some of the work that we've done. All right. Sorry, I got to keep doing the scrolling thing, but I'll try to edit this so it doesn't look too shoddy later on. Okay, so college essay. And so that was turned in. We've done a lot of exit slips along the way. I always love our Flipgrids. And so the words to live by one. Again, this was really the motto. And so this was a quote or a saying, something powerful to help you focus this year, be successful, certainly this year and possibly in the future. And so again, we did this as a Flipgrid, the My Motto topic. You can go back and look at the Flipgrids. All right, and there's a lot of them. If I go back into my Flipgrids here, we've had a lot of responses. And yes, some of these are from my yearbook, and some of these are from my journalism class, but you can see here, these are all the My Motto ones for our different class periods. And the reason why I want to just bring up the motto was, keep that in mind. There's a lot that's happened this year, and so a lot of things that could maybe possibly throw you off a little bit and maybe help distract you. And so it's really a good thing to focus back on those mottos. Again, excuse my scroll, and stay focused on your goals and on being successful. Okay. I guess at this point I should remind you that, most of my videos are recorded for part of the lesson before we go live. And so there is a YouTube channel that has a lot of these videos on it. All right, including our Shibuya roll call. All right, the open house that was shown to the parents, and then getting into more of the work. And so it looks like that next video is the career research paper. All right, so we did spend some time back in September looking at career research, and this was a lot of the MLA, and this is really where we kind of talked about formatting these papers and how we share them in this class. And I really hope that it's helpful, that a lot of it was already formatted for you. But the work and the legwork was really done on your own. All right, we had video resumes back in September for Flipgrid Friday. That was, I really enjoyed those as we got into that. But really the research process, some of the stuff is college stuff, guys. All right, but, building the research paper, and then the careers Flipgrid, and we try to kind of put all of that together, and I always try to tie some things in where you understand, that these lessons that we did, wow, look at all this, all mean something. All right, oh my gosh, the music of your generation, love this one. Back in October, don't love the reason why we did it, and really kind of the point behind it was that we lost a living legend there in Eddie Van Halen, and I'm not going to play this whole thing, but just
Eddie Van Halen was hailed as one of the greatest guitarists of all time. His riffing rhythm branded him a guitar god and raised the musical bar for future generations. Born to a musical family, Van Halen... All right,
so I tried to let you guys know how much, that music meant to me, and hopefully you were able to, kind of see that as we went through there. So, as I said, I'm not going to spend too much time scrolling through our little history. It's all there for you to see. All right, so let me just go through very quickly. We did that generation, Gen Z, Gen Me. That was the photo project. Some people did a great job on that. Of course, our Flipgrids. We did talk about the election, big election that we're still hearing news from. And so that was the writable assignment. Remember that KQED assignment. And so that was a good video, audio project that we did, and before we did our Flipgrid, about talking about the election. When we got into some literature, some people enjoyed some of the Canterbury Tales. We did the Wife of Bath. We did the Pardoner's Tale, and we did an essay to go along with that as well. All right, and so this was posted on November 4th. This was about the accommodations with Cambridge. The deadline was December 18th, and so hopefully if that's something that applied to you, you took care of. I don't know if I want to get into the inspirational woman and my video, but again, tried to tie in, well, I guess I could show my poem, that I ended up wrapping. There's the wife and I about 2 years ago in Belfast, Ireland. And so, again, this was a poetry project that you were to write or perform, and some people did some really great work with that. So, and tying in Beastie Boys, come on, that's awesome. So there was the Pardoner's Tale and the Pardoner's Tale essay. I still have some essays to grade. And in the Pardoner's Tale, they talk about the relic. And so I tried tying that into a nice little segue into really our studies of the Holocaust. I try to approach it a little bit differently. I know there's a lot of different, including our Holocaust Studies class there. But I thought that looking at the work of Oskar Schindler and trying to find what few positives came out of that the people he helped and things like that. And then, of course, what we were thankful for. Look at that. We're in November already. Okay. Common Lit, something we will continue to use here as we went through this. The wave was the experiment in the 1960s. And then this led us into a paper that is probably still being graded for your class, the Indifference and Awareness paper. Our Flipgrid Friday with the Garden of Humanity. By the way, I have heard back from Yakov Heller, the artist, and we are going to have a meeting with him. I am going to have a meeting with him, and I'll let you know how that goes. All right, humanity. That is a big thing, and that's going to carry us through starting tomorrow's lesson. And it's really an extension of, not really an extension, but I guess somewhat related to our folded map project that we did. And taking a look at, particular areas. And we're going to talk about the word gentrification really starting tomorrow. But we took a look at your folded map twin, and then I love these. I think we have some future real estate agents here that were trying to sell me the house. Okay, so tomorrow we're going to look at your house, and you're going to use that to catapult us into a different lesson I have called Flag Wars, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. We pretty much wrapped up our last day of December together with the Galleon letter to the editor. All right, so thanks for everybody who did that. All right, hard to believe we've done all that stuff, and hopefully some of those activities, assignments, we're following our ACE Cambridge General Paper curriculum, but here's my goal is that, I'm trying to help kind of build this curriculum for seniors, and so, because again, there's only one textbook, and so, the freshmen are using that same thing, and so I'm trying to add in some things that I think are a little bit higher level, maybe than the freshmen have been doing, and so but have some fun along the way. So I'm going to get to your exit slip question and then any questions that you might have. We're going live today, as I said at the beginning. I like to use this as kind of a little ramp up day, jumping back into it, but remember, we're still in the second quarter, guys, all right? So make sure you're taking care of your grades, all that stuff. Let's jump into our Google Meet Live.